Hello and welcome to Tap That MTG, the show where we share with you everything we know about magic that's probably wrong, but fun to talk about.
Fun to talk about.
I'm Shauna.
I'm Leslie.
And today we're going to talk about the 10 reasons why we think more girls, should play magic.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Our very first reason is if you're a girl and you want to play magic more, if you go to tournaments or anything like that, you likely will not have to wait in line for the restroom.
Amazing. It's amazing. You just go right in.
You just go right in. There's no lineups. It's fantastic. Yeah. And actually, at the last Magic Fest that I went to, all the bathrooms were gender neutral. So even with that, sharing the bathroom with the guys, I didn't have to wait in line. It was fantastic. So
that's our number 10.
Number 10.
Yes. So number 9 is it's a great creative outlet.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many beautiful decks that you can make. I love to create something new all the time.
So many cards out there. How many cards do you think there are in Magic?
I don't know. Thousands for
thousands upon thousands.
A couple hundred every
think
set.
Of it this way. It's kind of like trying on new clothes all the time because you are always able to build new decks.
Trying something new. It's never the same. Yeah. Even when you're playing the deck that you played over and over again, it comes out in a totally different way, and you're like, oh geez, I have to be creative here because I didn't get the cards I need. So yeah, you have to be creative there.
Mm-hmm. Number 8, it satisfies your need for control. Not that I'm assuming any of you ladies out there are desperately in need to control stuff, but there are lots of things you can control in Magic.
Yes, it's the one thing that I can control in my life is where my cards are sorted, how they're sorted, how many I have, and it's all documented, all nice and neat and tidy.
If you're an organizer, you can control that for sure. Also, basically, if you like to control the other players, you could play blue.
True.
And so there's all kinds of outlets there for you controlling people out there. I know there's lots of guys out there that are controlling too, so great for you too. But we're focusing on the girls tonight. Number 7. What's number 7?
So if you're single. There is
all the single ladies.
Exactly. Sorry. There is a lot of choice for guys there because obviously there's a lot of guys playing and not as many girls. So
if you're ever looking for a place where there is a large group of guys that are not inebriated and coherent enough to talk to you, go to a magic tournament because there are a lot of guys out there.
Or even just a Friday night magic. That's a good place to hang out on a Friday night.
What if you're not single?
If you're not single, well, it's just one more thing that you and your partner can have to. It's number 6. One more thing for you and your partner to support each other and play together. One of the fun things that happens in my house is I play Magic Arena every morning. And so my husband usually gets up beforehand, before I do, and I wander out and he comes and gets me from my living room couch where I'm reading and says, I got your game up. Today's quest is blue and green and I'll bring you a coffee. Aww. So he brings me a coffee and he sits and watches me play my blue and green deck.
Definitely gives your partner something to support. If your partner doesn't play, maybe they'll cook supper for you. I've had lots of nights where I've been playing in a tournament or just playing with Shauna here late and I go upstairs and their supper is made for me. Yeah. So it's a good excuse not to have to, cook.
Because we're busy playing.
Yeah. But if your partner does play, then couples who game together stay together.
That's right.
You should definitely play with your partner because it'll give you something to do together.
Yes. And it's been a really fun family thing for us too. We've played it as a family as well.
Play with your kids. Just play Magic.
Yeah.
But what's number 5?
Number 5 is strength in numbers. So the more we have us girls playing, the more there will be. So 25 years ago, there was hardly any, if any, playing, and now more and more girls, when you go to events and stuff, they're starting to see more people there that are of the female persuasion. So that's really nice. So the more of us that are out there, the better, and the less.
Yeah, well, and I think there's a sense of normalcy that comes when more there's different genders in the room, and I think there's been some negative press out there about girls playing Magic, and the big conversation is why girls don't play Magic, and so that's kind of why we thought, I think we should focus on why girls should play Magic. Yeah. So that's definitely number 5, strength in numbers.
Yeah. Number 4 is most men, contrary to popular belief, most men who play Magic are actually really nice guys.
So nice.
They're willing to teach you. They're willing to help. They're willing to let you win. No, just kidding. It's nice.
You
to
don't
kick
need
their
to
butts.
win.
You don't need
You need to be let win. But
we got the minds for it. No,
Yeah.
Anyway, I shouldn't go there.
There's like anything,
There's
of course.
such nice
There
guys.
is definitely guys out there, girls out there. There's people in general out there that
Mhm.
are trolls in every single community, and Magic is definitely one of them.
Mhm.
I'm sure there'll be people who listen to this podcast or watch this video that will not enjoy it or maybe say negative things. But I would say, out of the people that I have met in the Magic
Mhm.
community, it's the typical 95-5 rule. 95% of the people that play Magic are so nice
Mhm.
and so supportive and so welcoming. So it's a great community to be involved in, which brings us to number 3.
Yes. So definitely that sense of community. I have to say I haven't been involved in a sport or I have been involved in sports and stuff. That's not what I'm saying, but I haven't been in one like Magic in that it's very much that community
Mhm.
thing. You can go to any Magic event and have something to talk
Mhm.
about. And it's not even so much competing against each other. It's like, so what did you do? How did you do that? What decks are you running? You know, those kinds of things. So
There's always
that
something to
whole
talk about.
community.
And I know, I think maybe I'm wrong in the sense, I don't know that wanting a sense of community is necessarily a gender thing. None of these are necessarily
Uh-huh.
gender things. But I think girls crave that sense. It's the reason we go to the bathroom
Yeah.
together. You know, like we
So
go
we
to
have
the
book clubs and
bathroom,
stuff,
we have
right?
book clubs, we get together on a regular basis to drink mimosas and just talk. And that's because we're craving that sense of community for the most part. And
Yeah.
so if you are one of those people that is a little bit extroverted and wants a community, Magic is for
is
you.
the one. Yes,
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
sure, for sure.
So number 2 is really cool, and it's one that's near and dear to my heart, is the amazing background
Yes.
and lore and characters that come along with this game.
Mhm.
So it's not just all these cardboard little things that you put on the battlefield and
Do
stuff with, which can be that. But if you want to dig deeper, there is a whole world, several worlds actually, that
Literally.
you can learn about and get to know. And do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite plane?
Well, Innistrad for sure has got to be my favorite. Well, no, that's not true. Kaladesh is my favorite world.
I really
sure.
like
'Cause
Kaladesh
that's
too.
where I first landed, was in Kaladesh. But that's one of the things that I didn't really
beautiful.
understand about Magic before I started playing it, was that depth of the story.
Mhm.
So we, like, constantly every week we're having conversation on our Facebook group. We're having a conversation about the character that we most connect with, right? Like Nicol Bolas all the way, which is not me.
Team
right?
Bolas
Team
or
Bolas
Team Vivian or
right?
Team Chandra.
So it becomes part of who you are, is who your cards, you're connecting with those characters on the card. So it's more than just a story. It's actually connecting with that story, which is what I love about reading books as well. You're connecting, you dive right into the story, and with Magic playing it, you're diving right into the story.
There's a new book coming out. They kind of stopped publishing books for a little while, but there's a new book coming out, and I'm super excited about that. So I have mine on pre-order. I'm very excited.
Which character do you to connect with?
Chandra probably, because I really like, again, through the lore, her personality that comes out. If you've read any of the Amonkhet forward where the Gatewatch is going and searching for Nicol Bolas, it's just kind of really a fun, she's a fun, spunky little character.
Spunky little thing. Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah.
Number 1. What's
number
our number one?
One of my favorite things about Magic is the beautiful artwork on the cards, especially the newest cards, right? The new art is just incredible. I follow a lot of the artists on Twitter because they just make this amazing world come to life, and they spend a lot of time and money, obviously, on the artwork on these cards. It's a whole other thing.
It's one of the reasons I think that Magic has stayed around as long as it has, because yes, it's a game and it's fun and you get new stuff all the time, but the reason you collect these cards and you keep them, even though you're not using them in your drawers or your binders or whatever, is so that you can flip through them and look at them and just admire the beauty that's on them. And a lot of work has gone into them.
Yeah. I change my background on my phone all the time.
Yeah.
Right now I have the Wanderer. I just love the card.
Yeah.
Just the story of who is this woman in the hat. You can't see her face, and what are her powers, and what is her role, and just that just one piece of artwork just makes that whole story come to life.
Some of my favorite artwork comes in goblin cards, actually, just because they're just hilarious.
So crazy. Yeah.
And so that's our top 10 reasons why more girls should play Magic.